few years ago, as a friend of mine was out underneath the cliff up here, and she sent me a message saying that she'd just been missed by a major landslide. It had just missed her, and 3 weeks later, and I'm still shaking. I thought, it could have been the message that, they were digging her out. These things happen. You don't know when the land is going to give way. If you were to put a concrete wall all the way around the island, it'll last about 50 years. So what you're doing is you're handing over a present to people in the future and saying, we've given you this time bomb, because at some point in the future this is going to breach, and you're going to have to pay for it.
My name is Chris Mannion. I run a surf school here on the Isle of Wight called iSurf. So where we are today is Sandown. This is where I have a little base where I do a lot of the work with young people with mental health, school groups, etc. Over towards on the west side of the island, there's a little nugget of sand, which is a place by Compton, and that's where predominantly we do all our teaching. When you walk over the road and you go down to the edge of the cliff, there's these steep steps that go all the way down. Probably about 5 years ago, we had a particularly wet winter. Big storm, and that went. Woke up one morning and it's gone. So they had to rebuild them, which then prevented me from getting down. I can't get to where I need to get to for work. I can't deal with it. So without those steps, it would be a massive issue. What could they do that's going to safeguard my business now if we lose access and I can't get to my beach? I've not had any conversations with the council. They've not come to me and said, what are you going to do if you don't have any access? They just want my money every year. Do I find the impending erosion scary? Yeah, I do. The coast is eroding at 11 feet a year. Look at the military road in, just that little section of road. We don't know where that's going to go this year, next year, 2 years down the line, and that scares me.
We're the oldest theme park in Britain. We're 176 years old this year. As the cliff's gradually gone, we've just pushed everything further and further back.
You boys ain't from around here, are you?
The park used to be very different, and the cowboy town used to be down there, which now we're here, it's been relocated a few times. They just decided that certain buildings would be able to be moved before the land slipped again. We just sort of move and adapt. We don't want it to be a dangerous area. It's part of normal practice within the park. it's just an extra thing. When you go get a job somewhere else, they'll have something related to a certain building or a certain area, and it just so happens that our area is on the side of a cliff. I think everyone's duty, first and foremost, to safeguard the public and yourselves.
They've been saying for years they were going to improve the road up here because there was one part of that road which kept slipping a little bit. So they said, we'll do it properly. So they came round and they dug a hole, which you can still see the remnants of it, which was 100 yards long, about 40 yards wide, and about 10 yards deep. And the idea was they were going to put a concrete wall up there and drill through cables into the cliff to hold the road back, and then put the road on top. And when they were this 80-ton auger, which dug down, which hit this rock, and everybody's house along here went boom, 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 and a crack appeared on the floor of my garage. I said, that definitely was caused by you. Oh no, it couldn't have been caused by us. End of story. So I had to pay £6,000 to dig out half my garage and rebuild the wall. Some people say, all right, it's nice having the road closed because it's nice and quiet. Well, to hell with the quiet road. We want our access back. It's done a hell of a lot of damage to the next village up, which is called Knighton. It's a blow. It's a nasty blow.
I don't know. I guess it has impacted on businesses, and it certainly at the time affected places like the Old Park Hotel and the Buddle, probably the Knighton end of things. I think it's quite nice. I mean, we quite enjoy the quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that's all right. This is my husband's siren.
It's lovely. We get used to it. It's nice and quiet. Kids learn to ride their bikes up there. Families go for walks with their dogs. The walk through the undercliff is magical. And the squirrels are a lot happier.
Oh, a lot more squirrels
So
around.
it's just really a nice little cul-de-sac now. To dig it all up again and try and get things started again, well, we don't agree anyway.
But we've the opinion that the council have done a really very fair job.
Yeah, do you think that the council handled the road well, the closure of it?
No.
No.
They just ran. Nothing else was done. So everybody here watched the value of their houses go down by about 50%, and we've just lived here and accepted it. Which upsets us because we've got 3 daughters and they've got kids of their own and they're struggling. But no one would listen to anything like this.
I don't think people on the Isle of Wight have necessarily grasped the problem. I will do everything I can possibly do to make my kids get off the island. Because it's hard. On the Isle of Wight, in today's world, is a difficult place. What are we going to do about erosion, kids?